Hi everyone, it's Jamie. Welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I am going to talk to you guys about a new palette that I just picked up. It's the Makeup by Mario Bronzy Glam palette, and it's a 4-pan palette. So I am going to, I guess, do some swatches with this palette and then do a try on. That's why my eyes are naked right now. So if you like videos like these, please consider subscribing to my channel below. I'd really appreciate it. I have a pretty new channel here on YouTube and I'm trying to grow my channel, so I would really appreciate your support. So if you could like this video and subscribe, that would be awesome. So let's jump into it. So this is pretty exciting for me, I guess, because this is my first Makeup by Mario beauty product that I bought at all. So, you know, he came out with this line and then he launched those two larger palettes, and I just wasn't sure I really needed those. I have so much, and once I saw, you know, first the 20% off BIB sale started, and then I saw these pop up right away, and I was like, gotta get it. So I purchased it right away. Wasn't really planned. It was more of an impulse purchase when I got there. So I like it though, and I'm really excited about it. This is like the color story that spoke to me most. I'm all about the neutrals, and actually, so there's some gold leaning shades in here, and I'm not really into gold, but I guess bronze I am into. So this seemed like it was right up my alley. So I'm excited about giving this a try. I came in with all my makeup done except my eye makeup. So I was gonna bring you guys in for a tutorial on that. But first, I guess let's do some swatches. So they don't really have like specific names. It's like BG 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's pretty much it. So it doesn't really have too many specifics on this one. So let's get to swatching. So I'll swatch this lightest one first. We'll start lightest to darkest. So that is the lightest one. I'm gonna do, didn't come off that well with that first swatch. So I'm gonna do a second swatch. It seems pretty dry actually, but that's it. That's the lightest color. And let's go to the next one. So I'll go with the next lightest, a shade darker. All right. So that is that one. And then I'll go for the real bronzy one over here. Like that. All right, that's looking kind of like gold bronze-ish. And then I'll go for the matte, which is just like this chocolatey brown color. And let's go right there. Okay, so interesting color palette. I am excited that there's more shimmers than there are mattes, because I don't know, his all matte palette just was like, I mean, I know great mattes really go, you know, take you the distance when it comes to these different eye palettes, but when I was in the store in Sephora, like swatching his other palettes that he had, I really liked the metallics palette. That one looked most exciting to me. So that really stands out. But I've heard great things about his formula. Very few people have I heard say like, I'm not impressed. So I'm interested to get this thing rolling. And so right now on my eyes, I just have eye primer. The Milani lid primer is what I put on there. And I don't even think I put any like setting powder on it. So I was gonna start with this setting powder just to, because there's no like crease shade or anything, I figured it would be good to have just like a good base. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I think it's in the lightest color. I think there were options. Yep, it's in light. So, oops, with this, I typically just get in there a little bit, dust it off, and I just go right here on my lid. I mean, normally I'll do this with like a neutral colored eyeshadow, but since there's not one in this palette, I just decided we could go with this. And that just, I rub out any creases that have formed, and now I'm just going in with a good base. So let's move on. So This is where it becomes a little tricky. I'm gonna try the matte shadow and just see how it blends out and see if truly I could use like this matte shadow and just really put it on lightly in my crease and see how that turns out. I don't know, I'm not an expert at eyeshadow, so I'm not a perfectionist, but I'm gonna try and see how it works. So I've got this, this little blender brush, and if this works, I might be able to use just that one matte color if it blends out really well. So normally you want to take your brush and like put it first down where you want the most amount of color. So I try to keep that like kind of closer to my eye. And then I do want, you know, the color really blended into the crease. And so I take what's kind of left and then I blend it out and into my crease and see if I can even bring this shadow up a little bit, because I said this on past videos, my I got to get it up on my brow bone a little bit so you can tell I'm wearing eyeshadow. And I will blend, blend, blend. Seems to be blending out pretty nice. All right, let's go to the other side. Let's pick up a little bit, tap it off, then start on closer to my eye so it gets the most pigment, and then start to blend it up. Blend, blend, blend. I am not fancy with my makeup skills. I am not able to do like the circular blending that some like great makeup people do. I'm not that skilled, so I'll get there, right? Someday. I don't know. If I want to, I'm sure I can learn, but just haven't taken it that seriously. So I am excited about these little palettes. Well, this one, I didn't really see any, the other color story didn't speak to me. I'm all about the neutrals, so. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I think that has successfully put down a crease shade for me, so that's it right now. Okay, let's move on to putting on a lid shade. Okay, we'll go from lightest to darkest, so light, darker, darker. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this lightest color and I'm gonna put it with my finger towards the inside of my eye, like towards my tear duct. I think that's my tear duct. And I'm gonna do it on the other side too. So I wanna put that closest. And it is shimmery. I wouldn't say it's very shimmery. Like it just coming off pretty flaky, but maybe it would be better with like setting powder, but I'm not gonna worry, or setting spray. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm just gonna continue with it. So that was the lightest shade. Then I'm gonna move into the next one. See how all these perform. So this is the next darker metallic. Okay, it's looking good. And like I said, it's just not, they're just not like extremely metallic. I mean, I guess it's a metallic shade, but it's not like super shiny on my lids. I don't know if you guys can tell. All right. And then with the darkest color. So the darkest color is also like pretty bam. So this one I think is gonna be the one that's like the most shiny. This one. So you can see all three of them there. This one I think is gonna give you the most kapow color. So I'm gonna try it. Oh, yeah, I can tell. It's like just the most reflective out of the three. And it's not that much darker than that last color. It's just bronzier maybe? Or more like antique gold. I would guess I would say that is definitely an antique gold type of color to me, if I was to describe it. Huh. I actually think I like it, and I'm not. So I have been really interested in like finding some olive shades that work for me. And I've been falling short on a lot of different palettes that I thought would work well for me. So this actually looks like it kind of pulls a little olive-ish, like an antique gold, almost like an olive. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. Huh. That's fun. That's always good to be happy with your purchase. All right, I am going to then darken this up a little bit. So, oh yeah, and that's gonna be tricky too. Like, what do I put on the lower lash line? I did bring out my bronzer just in case I kind of wanted to cheat a little bit and put bronzer in the crease. You could use bronzer in the crease if you didn't have a transition color, or you could use bronzer on your lower lash line. But actually that crease color looks pretty good. I think I could use that on my lower lash line. So let me do that. I just took a brush that was clean, and now that I've been using it on my eyes, I'm getting it a little bit dirty, but this is like the perfect shape, I feel like, for my lower lash line. So that's why I thought about that. So I'm gonna take that dark matte, and I'm gonna put it, whoop, I don't want it too dark. Why do I have to make that weird face? This is so weird. It's like when you put on mascara and you have to make that weird, crazy face. Okay. So I think I have my lower lash line. Pretty good. Okay, and then now I'm gonna do the outer crease. And with the outer crease, the outer V, I'm gonna take like a smaller little brush, and I'm gonna get back in that matte shade, that darker matte shade. And I'm gonna try to darken up this outer V. See how it works. I'm getting like little to no fallout from these colors so far. I mean, I haven't really done that much, so I can't really speak too highly about it yet. So I'm gonna darken up this outer V. I like to do that. Kind of draws your eyes outward. Feel like it gives my eyes a larger shape. And then last thing I'm gonna do is take like a small detail brush, this Smashbox brush, and I'm gonna try to draw this on my lash line out here. Looking pretty good. It's election day. It's such a weird day. I don't know. I feel like we've been in this weird place for quite some time now, so whatever. Oh, that's how I feel about it. It's pretty sad. I feel like a lot of Americans are like that right now. Some people are pumped up. I think that's funny too. I know. I'm gonna stop talking about it. So here we go, blending out the outside, and looks pretty good. All right, it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna put on some mascara, and I'll come right back for some final thoughts. All right, okay, so for final thoughts, so I did my mascara and I really like it. I think that the eyeshadow looks great. So definitely something that I would approve of. And I want to take it one final step, I decided. I brought out some spray and I want to amp it up and see if I can get these lids to even look a little bit more impressive. So I'm gonna go into the olivey, bronzy, goldy color. And I'm gonna put some on this brush. This is just a flat shadow brush. So pick some up there, and I'm gonna spray it and see if we can get some more intensity. So spray it. And Let's see what we can do here. I wish I had the ability to like close this eye. I can close this eye. Can't close this one as well. It's not really doing what I was hoping it would do. I was hoping it would really like, I guess, you know, I should have known better because I used my finger. Ooh, that looks a little bit better. I used my finger to begin with, and normally your finger can get shadows pretty intense. So if it was gonna come a long way, it probably would have been doing so. All right. So you can see the difference in intensity. That's the one that I added the setting spray to. And you don't have to use setting spray. You can use water. You can use anything that you have that can wet your brush. And that really, wow, I feel like that made it come to life. So I'm not always have to be so intense, but I figured for this tutorial, I wanted to just see what it would give me. So I like it. So definitely able to amp that one up with some setting spray. So let's see, I'll try to do this. Also, here is dry. And so that was the other one that was dry. And the last one that was dry, let me do something. I'm gonna put it on my fingers again. And I'm gonna spray my fingers. Cause that should do it, any type of like wetting it. And like, let's see what it does. So yeah, I feel like definitely with the water, it became more metallic. Not too much, but I think on your brush and you know, doing it the right way, I definitely think that water kind of, or any type of setting spray would make it more metallic. So cool. So I like the palette. I think it was worth it. I got it for $20. It's $25 on Sephora, but with the 20% off, I was able to get that sale on it. I really like it. This is my first purchase from Makeup by Mario, and I think it's performing pretty well, and I can see this as like an all-in-one palette. If you had a bronzer, I could take this and, you know, put in my travel bag with the bronzer and I'd be covered. I wouldn't need anything else as long as I have my brushes. So awesome. I definitely think this is worth purchasing, if anybody was wondering. So thanks so much. I'll catch you guys again soon. Have a good one. Bye.